Welcome Monday. Give me 1 second here. Almost there. Okay. 1 second here. Let me make sure. One day last week, my microphone was not working and it appeared to be plugged up. So I don't know what the deal was there. Let me make sure. Yeah, there we go. Okay, like you see in the title, big day for new primary home listings in West Alabama. My quick review of the 15 new listings in the system this morning were uh, nice, big, new primary home listings dominated. Like, when I say primary home, that means places you would actually live in, not potential properties you'll purchase for investment of any kind. A lot of our really good subdivisions with primary homes, not a lot of rental investment. That's what I saw in the listings today. Some really good primary homes. Of course, some new construction as well. It looked like the builders group had a couple. So I've gone ahead and shared the listings out on social so people can join us live right now. And like I said, if you want to watch the market update after, you can join the email list, or of course it's on YouTube. If you're watching it on YouTube, be sure and hit that subscribe button. Interact with me somehow. Comment, like, subscribe, share the link. We're trying to get those subscribers up. First, we need 1,000 to get monetized, and then, of course, I think 100,000 will be our next goal for subscribers. We're really trying to zero in on things that could help us with the algorithm. This is actually an investment platform. Everybody on the internet that has money and wants to make money in the real estate industry can do it through this channel. And I watch these new listings as they go in. I identify the ones that, are better choices, like the 1% investor approach, homes that you could get the rent up to 1% of what you paid for it and pay it off a lot faster. A lot of land is being sold right now. This is a good time to buy and sell land. And of course, primary homes, things like that. So, and of course, I sell a lot of condominiums. I've always sold one. I've got a really nice 2-bedroom at Crimson Place with porcelain tile. It's a premium student condo there. There's some game day condos. There might be a few people that live in it, but the majority of them are for students. They're pretty much 100% occupied by students. Okay, so let's jump right in. First up, we're downtown. This is some new construction townhomes on 23rd Avenue. High Tide Townhomes, the name of it. I'm not sure who built this. Might have been Blakeney. I'm not sure. 3-bedroom, 3-bath, 2-level, which a lot of them are. It was built last year, so it's still brand new, 1,500 square foot. David Furman, College City Realty's got the listing. It says you do need a 48-hour notice to show these. So there's renters in here, 519,900, which is actually a little bit better. It must be a little further than some of the ones we've sold and gotten closer to 600 for. And that one's at 500. Okay, moving on. Next up, Tuscaloosa City West. This is Westfield Subdivision, 4222 27th Street. 3-bed, 1 bath, built in 1960, so it is mid-century. You need lead-based paint disclosure if you make an offer on it. 900 square foot, so it's a small house. Got a small utility commitment monthly. Your bills and stuff will be low. Martin Luther King Elementary, Central High School for the zoning. Makia Wynn Visions Realty is the seller's agent for this one. 46,900. You could definitely try to accomplish the 1% investor approach. If you fixed it up and stayed under 100 grand and then got $1,000 a month for it, that'd be really good. So that's a good one right off the bat here. You've got an opportunity for an investment property right there in Tuscaloosa City. So it's got all the city utilities and things like that. You don't have to worry about, servicing it or digging a hole for a septic tank. And anything that's inside the Tuscaloosa city limits, it also has equity gains. Okay, next up, back on Tuscaloosa, 69 South area where I'm located now. Lenox South, just right here behind me. I've got a great client over in Lenox on this street, 10081 Lenox Circle. This is a one level built in 2007. So it is turn of the century, but not quite 20 years old. Another 1,500 square foot again, just under a fifth of an acre lot, 0.18. 3-bed, 2-bath floor plan, Inglewood Elementary, Hillcrest High School, Shanquell Horton August Real Estate. That's who I'm doing my builder license is through Courtney and Richard there at August Real Estate. And they've got this one for $239, which is, kind of right in track there. Especially to be, the new construction 1,500 square foot goes all the way past, Hinton Gardens and Hinton Place, and still $250. So 239 is a really good asking price. That's a great listing. Okay, next up, we've got these two new construction homes by the Builders Group. First one is Northport County Grand Point Subdivision. A lot of new homes, nice homes in this subdivision. 13707 Black Oak Drive. It's got a quarter acre lot, 0.25. Brand new, 2,096 square foot, 2096. 4-bed, 3-bath. Huntington Elementary, Tuscaloosa County High School. Amanda Quarter, that's Brock Quarter's wife over at Quarter Real Estate. They're the exclusive listing agent for the Builders Group. And she's got this one at $427,900. So it's a little bit bigger at 2,096 square feet, but a little bit higher price at $427,000. All right, next up, still this is the Builders Group, different area though. Amanda Quarter again, Quarter Real Estate, exclusive listing agent. This one is 1,860 square foot in Summerfield Preserve, which is just up University Boulevard East at the Cottondale intersection. Take a left, and Summerfield's right there. One level, 3-bed, 2-bath, just over a quarter acre lot, 0.27. It's got Arcadia Elementary and Bryant High School. Amanda's got this one listed for $369,900. So you got a couple of options there with new construction. And remember, new construction is the best listings to use my buyer agency offer because of the furniture allowance. You get my grade A representation. And remember, you might save a point or percentage point or two using the listing agent these days, but they have a fiduciary to the seller first. They have a fiduciary, which is a money responsibility to the seller first. So they can't genuinely represent you unless you just agree to let them know both sides and everybody's okay with everything. You're not trying to have any leverage. It's new. They don't want to deal with it. A lot of people, a lot of markets go like that. But if you want to have some representation for yourself, for things to be able to slow down, say, wait, let's straighten this out. Let's do this. Let's do that. You need your own representation. And when you use me as your buyer agency, you get a furniture allowance paid from the commission. Realtors are the only people in a real estate transaction that can gift you anything. So I take full advantage of that. This is a $400,000 new construction home by the builders group. You would get, $3,000 or $4,000 in furniture paid for my commission. It's a win for me. It's a win for you. We know you got money. We know you don't need any help. You work hard. You have some furniture as well, but you're going to want something. You're going to want something. Elevate your buyer power with me. You got to try me. You got to call me. My competition's not going to advertise for me. All right, next up, moving on, still Tuscaloosa County, west, though. This is Buell, closer to Gordo, 15895 Highway 82. It's directly on the highway. One level, built in 1972, so it is lead-based paint. It does need lead-based paint disclosure form if you make an offer. Late mid-century, 1,712 square foot. It's got almost an acre plot with it, which is good. Anytime you can get that full 1 acre with your house or more land, that's a good value add. This one's 0.88, 3-bed, 2-bath, Buell Elementary, Sipsey Valley High School. Jared Gray, Keller Williams franchise branch here in Tuscaloosa, is the seller's agent. They've got this one at a flat $250 even, which is a decent payment, somewhat affordable, especially for two people. If you had two incomes under the same roof, that'd be an easy payment. Okay, next up, we've got some unimproved commercial land just off the interstate there, 30th Street. This is Tuscaloosa City West in a commercial area. It's got a lot of commercial buildings around it off the interstate there, that 459 stretch. It's a half-acre parcel, straight 0.5 half-acre parcel, zone commercial, just off Southside Drive, 58,000 vehicles per day. There is no entry and exit, though. You do have the interstate there where you could advertise, but they'd have to exit either down past your property or before, then, kind of come around to it. So it's not a true, access to 58,000 cars a day. Lindsay Waite, Pritchett Moore Real Estate's the seller's agent for this one. They got it listed at $179,000, which, might make sense. Half acres very hard to deal with, though. Commercial, you won't have any room. Back in Northport City, Forest Glen Gardens, this time a lot of nice homes there. This one was built in 2009, so it is turn of the century, but not quite 20 years old. 13778 Winslow Avenue, 1.5 level home. Big floor plan, 2,548 square feet. 4-bed, 3 full bath, just under a quarter acre lot, 0.25. Huntington Elementary, Tuscaloosa County High School. Lillian Anderton over at Carrie Fitz Real Estate is the seller's agent for this one. And they've got it at $459 now, which is basically $460. So if you tack on closing costs, you'd be at $470. You really need to sell it to pay your closing cost on that much money. Probably be about $15,000 in closing costs. Okay, moving on. Northport County. This is Beacon Point up near the lake. 15505 Beacon Point Drive, right on the main road there for the subdivision. It's a home in 1.62 acres. That's a big value add. Anytime you're looking to purchase, you get more land with it. Built in 1992. And, in my opinion, the homes built in the 90s are the ones that you can get the most bang for your buck because it's a little bit lower price point, but bigger square footage because of the age. And again, depending on how well you take care of something or how well you remodel something, the age won't even show on a house. 3-bed, 3 full bath, 1.6 acres. Walker Elementary, Northside has a really good listing. Dan Williams, Keller Williams franchise branch here in Tuscaloosa. And they're asking $485. So $485 for that one. There in Beacon Point. Okay, next we're in Tuscaloosa City. Summerfield Preserve again. Same subdivision. The Builders Group had a brand new one in here, so this will be a really good comp. This one was built in 2022, so it's like new. 1,780 square feet. I think the one the Builders Group listed was like 1,680, a little bit smaller. Just over 1/10 of an acre, 0.14. 3-bed, 2-bath, 1/2 bath. Arcadia Elementary, Bryant High School. Wes York over at Hamner Real Estate is the seller's agent for this one. $379,900 asking price. So yeah, it's kind of like right there on it. A little bit bigger than the one compared that's brand new, just by 2 years though. All right, still in Northport City, Clear Creek Colony, right there off of 43, 5217 Glen Fair Circle. This one was built in 2002, so it is turn of the century, just over 20 years old. But I bet you it's another one where you get a little bit bigger house for a better price. Northport City is very expensive. This is a full half-acre parcel, 4 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, which is a little less desirable. 2,392 square feet, so you got the bigger floor plan. Huntington Elementary, Tuscaloosa County High for the zoning. Holly Richardson, eXp Realty franchise branch here in Central. I don't know if that's Tuscaloosa or not. I think it's Birmingham. 415, so 415,000 for that. Okay, so the last. Okay, next up, here we go. Tuscaloosa County. This is over in the Holt area, Alabama Avenue Northeast. Very familiar with this. Halsey Holt subdivision, 2555 Alabama Avenue. This one was built in 1950, so it's straight up mid-century. Does need lead-based paint disclosure form if you make an offer. Big ass house though, 3,592 square foot. That's a lot of heating and cooling bill every month. You would want to consider your carry cost on something this big. It's got a full acre, 0.7, which is what you want. That's great. 3-bed, 2-bath floor plan. Jesus. For a 3-bed, 2-bath floor plan, over 30, almost 3,600 square foot. That's huge. They must have a lot of recreational area. It's got Holt Schools, Julie Meggs, Exit Capstone Realty franchise here in Tuscaloosa is the seller's agent. I believe Exit Capstone Realty is the franchise that lady that works for Alice Maxwell now brought to town. If I remember correctly, she brought it to town. She must have sold it to them because now she works at Keller Williams, and she definitely doesn't own Exit Capstone. I've never met her before. I do know her from like Traditions or something. But that's a franchise for sure. 300,000 asking price. And that's, to each his own. Somebody might want that. Okay, the last 3 listings for today. It's been all primary home inventory today. So if you're looking for a new, nice home in Northport and Tuscaloosa, today's the day. Also, according to homes.com, and I will put the link to the article in the description of the video, homes.com said that rates are the lowest they've been in a long time, or maybe they will be for the entire rest of the year. So now is the time to write those offers. If you're wanting to move, you can move. Now is the month to do it. Okay, these last 3 listings today are over in Lakeview, Alabama, very small unincorporated community. $1 Million Lake subdivision. It is still Tuscaloosa County, but there is a ton of these lots. They get listed all the time, and I'm going to go over these 3 right here. So this one's just under a 1/4 acre, Castle Creek Drive, $1 Million Lakes. LaTanya Bobo RE101 is the seller's agent. They're asking $40,000 for that one. We got another one. It's a 1/2 acre. $45,000 for that one. LaTanya Bobo again. And then lastly on Cedar Hill Drive, Lake Retreat subdivision. So it's a different subdivision. I'm not super familiar with this, but it does say Vance and not Lakeview. Just under a 1/2 acre, 0.47. It's a big lot. LaTanya Bobo, RE101. It's the seller's agent again at $45,000. So this is somebody that probably got them for $20,000, $30,000 a few years ago. Let's see if we can look up the sales records. And like I said, I'm trying to do anything I can to really find something that's going to have information that a big population can use for this video series. I am made, for stuff like this. You just wouldn't believe, the business world uphill battle I've had here in little old West Alabama, and so it's really made me kind of tone deaf to try new things because we have to. Otherwise, it's going to stay with the same power structure we have. You have 100 agents that make a couple of top tier agents look really good, and then they kind of, just go along and they get to say they're best friends with them or something. I don't know. But either way, you've got to try new things, and that's what I'm doing with this series. And I haven't even thought about possibly just offering up, information about these listings to people that are looking to buy. I do know Zillow and Realtor.com are some of the first websites, and really in any industry, in our industry as a whole, to be able to separate or actually facilitate a way to separate the advertisement from the listing agent and be able to sell the buyer contact that's asking about a listing to another person. That really wasn't able to be done before the internet, and the internet is still in its infancy, very young, especially when our established industries like real estate. I think they tried to choke off buyer agency in exchange for that mega lawsuit that top tier agents caused all realtors last year by keeping 6% commission when they told the client it was going to be for another agent, and they could have charged much less. That has not occurred one time in my 15-year practice. It's been a completely different experience for me. Alabama has not had a seller's market like some of these big cities have had for years and years, and probably even caused the pandemic. Somebody knew, that these enrichments were going to take place. All these people were going to die. All that wealth was going to be transferred to their families. It's a lot of stuff at stake here you don't even realize. And it's tough to think about, like I said, so it makes me tone deaf. Let's just see. This guy listed a lot for $45,000, and I don't know if they've done any improvement. The county appraisal has got it at $2,500. So, what does that tell you? Yeah, they did. November 2017. So somebody has owned this lot for 8 years. I do not see a sales price. Just says warranty deed. Don't see a sales price. But like I said, somebody that probably got them and now they're not building. So there's a lot to it. That's something we could do. Okay, so that's it for today's new listings. I'm going to end with a view of the airport, and looked like they were having some surveys done. Haven't seen any planes today. I was there this morning. Just ready for the rain to stop and dry up. Yes. Yes. Just give me 1 second. Okay, that's it. This is the view right here. Like I said, there looks like they're doing a survey at the airport or something. That's what that guy's doing. Still cloudy and overcast. Don't forget to call my sponsored lender, Ryan Perrenoud. He and I make a great team when it's your time to buy. He can do one-time new construction, one-time closing new construction, secondary home, primary home, mobile homes even. He's a real asset. So that's it. Signing off, sayonara. Enjoy the day.